Well, guys, it's been another fantastic month of gaming. I've got the boys back in the call to talk about video games. Folks, do you guys ever play video games?
No.
Only on the days I feel like playing video games.
Ooh,
Occasion, sometimes.
I try not to as much as possible.
That's fair, yeah. They're pretty bad. I
They're
mean,
bad for you.
have you heard about
they
the
hurt your eyes.
Have you heard about the crazy stuff happening? Nintendo just raised the price of the Switch too.
No,
I can't believe it.
That one coming. I saw this one coming from a mile away. This
Yeah,
one's not surprising.
The PlayStation went up, Xbox went up. We were all just waiting for Nintendo to.
Was it
follow
just
suit.
just for the US or is it for everywhere else?
It's for everywhere. Everywhere is getting a $50 increase.
You know,
Yeah.
state of the world, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo was at least nice and said like, "Hey, we're not gonna raise it until like September." I think, September 1st.
Yeah, you
So
got
you literally
some
have-
months.
And they have the cool bundle deal going on in June, where you
Yeah.
get like Poketopia or whatever it's called.
Poketopia,
Mario Kart World is
World.
there, and something else.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Donkey Kong, yeah.
From what I've noticed, people are quick buying their Switches before the price goes up because I've
Yes.
seen Switch 2s in the store like since that initial restock. But last time I was at the store, there were no Switch 2s, so I think people started buying them now that the price is gonna go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
it.
noticed that as well.
That's exactly what they want. Nintendo's still getting that money, and then people are believing they're gonna get the best deal right now. So
Yep. So
But
if you
you
want
know
to switch
who-
to, buy it now.
You know who's not getting a good deal? Any guesses?
who's that?
Yokai Watch fans.
So-
Well,
oh,
guys,
True.
Honestly,
Transition.
true.
so Yokai Watch is I mean, it's struggling. They haven't had a new game in like how many years?
10 years, actually, 10 years, yeah. Because
When did the
I watched
Japan
4
only
was
one
like,
go out?
was like 2017. So yeah, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, fans have tried to remake/port Yokai Watch 2 or 3. What was it?
It was Yokai Watch 2. They wanted to make an HD remake for like how they did for the first one on Switch.
Okay, yeah. So fans were making a remake of Yokai Watch 2, and Level 5 was not very happy with them. They said, no, it's our IP to sit on and do nothing with.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
To-
But you guys aren't making new Yokai Watch games. Why do you care?
Like
Here's a Smiley
literally.
Friends clip.
Yeah, and I mean that's like on top of all the other stuff Level 5's been doing with generative AI. So like their reputation's already like at an all-time low, and then they do that.
Like it's
Yeah.
insane, bro. There's still a lot of Yokai Watch fans out there. They just want to be able to play the games without having to spend an arm and a leg. Because if you still don't know, old Yokai Watch games for the 3DS are like $500.
They're like insanely
Jeez.
expensive. Yeah, you need to port your games. Hopefully Pokemon's learned that now because I don't know if we talked about this, but the sales numbers came out for like Fire Red Leaf Green. They sold. They sold like 3 million units instantly.
Very
like,
well.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have just been sitting on this money for years.
Well, you guys
Crazy.
bought like 10
That's
copies
true.
each,
Well, okay, I did buy 3 copies, so a lot of that is probably people buying it multiple times. But
I only got one. I got one copy for free because I won a raffle.
Ooh.
Yeah, but somebody
bought
still
Ultimate
bought
Lucky
it. It's
Student.
fine. Yeah. Ultimate Lucky Student. Oh, true.
Yeah, true.
Reference to last episode.
Oh my god.
Well, that's not the only people who've been losing because so has Bungie apparently because they just released their new game. What was it called? Marathon? Is that the one? That sounds
It was like a few months ago or something.
Yeah.
Or a couple
Yeah.
months or something.
I think it
don't know,
was.
forget.
I think it was just last month.
really?
Marathon
Okay.
came out and
Something.
it's kind of been underperforming. Sony said that they basically said that we thought Bungie was worth this much. That was our impression when we bought them, but actually they're not worth that much because they haven't been making us money. So we're mad at them.
Wow.
Truth news.
Like,
So
why
they're
did you buy the
crazy.
company if you weren't going to.
Yeah. Well, they
Like-
posted an impairment, which I'm be honest, I don't know legal stuff very well, but basically they're like, hey, we deserve 556 million that we lost because of buying this company. I don't. Can any lawyers? Are you guys lawyers?
Who are they getting the money from?
Let me check
I
my
don't know.
degree
I'm
real
probably
quick.
making stuff up because I don't know. Yeah,
No, it says
legal
it
speak.
says impairment on the Reddit you posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
let me go check my
basically,
college degree and see if I'm a lawyer.
the live service game market is just continuing to crash unless you're an anime gacha game. Am I right, gamers?
Hey,
Yeah.
wait a
It'll continue
minute.
to thrive.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how's that gotcha money coming?
Anyway,
Yeah.
remember this Everness used a bunch of AI.
True.
So you guys are spending like $300,000 on that gotcha
That's true.
stuff that you were posting,
Yes,
like way earlier.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah. No,
We're all basically Jeff Bezos rich on the T God podcast.
I complain
you know?
about live service games
Oh.
unless I play them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
That
fair.
works.
That's fair.
That's true. Well, I mean, guys, we don't always play live service games. We play some real video games. What have you guys been playing this month? Besides the games we're obviously going to talk about later.
Skyrim.
Whoa!
Of course.
Logan's never
whoa.
played
That's crazy. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, guys. Are you excited for the new Yu-Gi-Oh! pack ready to release?
that. No.
No.
Okay, well,
He tried.
Yeah,
he
that's
tried.
fair.
He tried.
Wait, hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh! News, Hero won, and then we just watched Jesse Cotton win his 9th YCS.
Yeah,
That's true.
literally just happened.
Yeah, literally.
That
as
was
of
crazy.
recording. That's awesome.
It was
Comment
pretty
down
crazy.
below. Question of the day: what's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. What's your favorite hashtag synchro of it?
What's your what's your hashtag favorite synchro monster? Leave it in the comments. If you don't know what a Yu-Gi-Oh card is, instead post your favorite pizza topping. We need the engagement. So like, if you
Yeah.
Mine's pastrami.
If you're an
Yeah.
anchovy, you can leave this podcast now. We appreciate your time.
Get out.
Well, I can tell you guys what I've been doing. Because Logan played Danganronpa, I have been replaying the entire series, and I'm almost all the way through. I have one chapter left of V3, and then I have
Holy-
replayed every
you have
game.
one chapter.
That's what
He
I've been
did-
doing
he-
this last month.
He did the 3-game challenge where I did 1.
Yeah, I went back to back to back. Needless to say, I think I enjoy the game more than Logan.
Yeah.
No, really.
That's fair. It's not hard.
That's true. That's true. It's not hard.
That's
Sounds like Christian's been playing some games though.
Yeah, I will say again, thanks to Logan, playing Danganronpa. I finally
Oh,
dusted off
jeez.
the old copy of Ultra Despair Girls I bought, the physical version on the PS4. I've got about 2 chapters left. I've been having a good time with it. Just after a while, the gameplay is kind of repetitive, but we're getting through it. And then I've also on the side been playing some Pokemon Crystal because turns out I never played Crystal.
Yeah, Christian's playing through the game and he's like, wait, this is a thing in Crystal? And then he realizes maybe I've never played Crystal.
Never played it.
I think
you
I've
also-
only ever played Heart Gold or Soul Silver, so I just kind of put it in my mind, yeah, Crystal's the same thing.
It's got all that stuff in there. Well, you also shiny hunted as well. That's
Yeah,
Triple C Gamers shiny hunting streams on Thursdays.
Ooh.
Hey, this is my
Yeah.
channel. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was waiting
I'm
for it.
just kidding.
well, there's the censor. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
And
that happen? Did that crazy back-to-back shiny happen this month?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah,
Next time.
actually,
Earlier.
do go
That's really
watch
important.
Christian's shiny reaction. He got back-to-back shinies and it was insane.
Yeah.
Full
Holy
odds,
crap.
1 in 81.92.
Dear gosh. Why?
I
Dear
still can't
Lord.
believe it.
True.
The odds
The only
are
thing that
so
could have,
bad.
the only other thing that could have happened is that if Blue Squirtle was also shiny.
Somehow.
Oh my word.
Somehow, dude. Christian, have you been playing anything besides your game?
Yes, I have finished AI the Asamiya Files Nirvana Initiative, which is the second
Let's go.
installment of the AI Asamiya games. And I gotta say, in this one phrase, what the fuck? And that's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
I gotta
Yeah.
I got a Snapchat from Christian. I was playing some Danganronpa V3, and then I get a Snapchat. And he's like, "What? What is this plot twist, man?"
Oh, I was just to say, my head hurt, and I was like, what?
That's like the first game in every one of those series is like, okay, yeah, that was good, and it was like great writing. And then the second one, yeah,
My brain broken, man.
Uh,
Yeah.
my brain hurts.
What do you mean?
I
The character's
really-
like,
I really want to replay Virtue's Last Reward sometime because that game's also insane.
No,
I
that
still-
game's nuts.
I need to beat those games one day.
It's one of my favorite like games in terms of writing, like of all time. It's very
It
good.
was so crazy. Yeah, definitely check that out. But we don't have time for that, guys. We got to talk about our monthly games.
Oh.
Yes, we
Did you guys
do.
play some monthly games this month? Did everyone succeed in completing their game?
Yeah.
Yeah, success.
Yes, they did. In fact, they were actually
Nope.
waiting on me.
Yeah, there's no failures here actually.
Everyone stuck to the game that they said they were going to play.
I know, an actual, normal, successful episode.
Yeah, you know, it's
Last-
actually crazy. Since we started this, we've been getting through more games than like usual, right?
I know. It's almost
Yeah.
like that was the point of the podcast.
No, but like, I mean,
Wow.
not to spoil anything, but you did 2 games.
I
this
did
month,
do
right?
2 games, yeah, technically. They were short, but like I did do 2 games.
You did do 2 games, so I'm like,
I think
We
it was
haven't
10
had that.
hours total, so it was like 5 each.
Oh, yeah,
5
see.
each.
We haven't had that since Sonic Adventure,
oh, yeah,
dude.
Sonic
That's
Adventure was-
crazy.
Yeah, not the first time we've done 2 games. So,
True.
you know what? Who wants to start? No one?
Not
I'll
me.
I'll start.
All right.
Don't everyone go at once. Don't everyone
Not
go at
everyone.
me.
I'll start.
Whatever
Triple C
you
will
do.
start. Triple
All
C
right,
will start.
Triple C will start. Go ahead, Christian. Take the floor. What game did you play
Okay.
this month?
I played the indie 3D Metroidvania Pseudoregalia, and I can say right now I really enjoyed it. I will say, like, if you plan on playing this game, do not look at the community tab on Steam. Just don't.
Oh no.
Why not?
Don't. Because it stars
Right now.
It stars a character named Sybil, a goat, bunny, cat thing. That's the official description from the game, by the way. And not much is known about her except for one thing: she is thick with 2 C's, bro. And you can probably guess why you don't want to look at the community page. All
Dude,
right.
Who posts on those community tabs?
It's crazy. That's a
Just
subset of
bother.
human I don't want to run into in real life.
Just don't do it. All right, viewers. If you don't listen to me on anything, just listen to me this one time. That's all I ask. All right. So, when starting this game, you are when I booted up this game, you're going into a cutscene where it's just a pan shot of a dungeon, and then you see a mirror. Then Sybil appears, and that's it. You go nuts. They do not tell you anything about this game, so I don't really know the general breakdown of the story or the world or anything. All I could piece together is from the NPCs and books that I found is that there's a curse afflicting the land, and the only way to fix it is to find the keys that'll unlock the tower where you can meet the Princess of the Rum to cure this land. That's basically what I got from all of it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, talk about the game's presentation. Start off with the graphics. The game is presented like a PS1 game, so it's got the blocky textures, the polygons, and I gotta say, like, I really enjoyed it. It was kind of nostalgic, even though I didn't grow up with a PS1 game, but it kind of looked like an N64 game as well. So I really enjoyed the art style. It had cool environments, cool models.
Yeah, same era.
Yeah,
PS1,
same era.
I do love, PS1 games especially are like super cool. I don't know. I know-
They do so much with like so little like polygons
Yeah.
on screen. so,
Exactly.
like, the limitations are like really cool when they're done correctly.
yeah, you gotta get creative
It's-
with it.
It kind of adds to it because, again, they want to do storytelling through the environment. So I think doing that kind of graphics was perfect for this game. So
Yeah, and it's an indie animation or an indie studio as well, so it's a little I mean, you're not dealing with
Yeah.
the best graphics known to man. So
this definitely looks like a Game Jam game. And if you don't know what a Game Jam is, that's basically where you have like a weekend to make a game, and it kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they put
Famous-
a lot of thought into it.
Famously, what was it? Friday Night Funkin' is a Game Jam game, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So then, go on from the graphics to the music. Music was pretty good. I can't remember much from the game except for the final boss theme, but I didn't hate anything I heard. So it may not have been memorable, but while I was playing, it was good for it. Now, talk about the gameplay. The gameplay of this game, the best I can describe it is like similar to Hollow Knight. You have your primary weapon, a sword, stick, bell thing. And as you hit enemies, you build a magic gauge where you can do magic attacks or use for healing. So very similar in play style, but since it's in 3D, you can also use a lock-on feature for combat, and do basic combos with your weapon. Now, to talk about the progression in this game, you will uncover power-ups as you explore more, and as the name, like I said before, it's a Metroidvania. So when you find a power-up, you're able to use previous power-ups to explore new areas, or go back to old areas and discover new secrets, such as new power-ups or even new like temporary boost or even costumes. So those secrets are like in the form of green orbs, which again range from costumes, combat upgrades, gauge upgrades, and movement upgrades, such as extra wall jumps. And to talk about the movement upgrades in this game, that is like my favorite thing from this game. The movement in this game was so much fun to mess around with. It was so fluid, it was so snappy. The animations were so cool to look at. It honestly, if you ever want to try this game, you got to see it for yourself. It's so much fun.
But
and then,
why can't you wave dash?
You cannot wave dash.
Then the movement can't be that good, can't it?
Bro,
Anyway,
but like,
I'll go back to melee.
it's kind of like, it's similar to like Mario 64 movement, like how well Mario controlled like that, to give another comparison. But like Mario movement, but with ZSS mobility from Smash, if that makes sense.
No, hold on.
Holy crap. And it's crazy too, because I was looking up speed runs and stuff, or like skips you can do, and it's crazy the amount of stuff you could do with just as soon as you get like the flip kick or the wall kicks, which those are limited, by the way, because they don't want you to break the game too much. But yeah, it's kind of awesome. Now, again, if you remember, I did say like the game doesn't really tell you much. That kind of translates to the whole gameplay as well. They don't tell you anything. They kind of just give you a weapon. You beat an enemy, you get a key to get out of the dungeon, and then okay, have fun. So you're spent a lot of time running around, not really knowing what to do. Eventually you'll find power-ups, and then eventually you will find a map feature. But the map feature, if you didn't know, is actually from a newer update. It's a recent update. So when this game originally dropped, it didn't have a map update. They wanted you to freaking memorize all the locations and rooms just in your head, which, I mean, for some people, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
It's interesting, and especially from like a shorter game, like people might be like, oh, it's like padding because like now you forget where things are and you have to go back. But it's relatively not. I mean, it's not that big, so I think if you just wrote stuff down, it kind of wants you to like do it like you were in like 1997 and write things down, or like talk to people online to be like, oh, where do I go for this thing?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think it's pretty neat.
The game's probably designed around it because they want you to explore. But that also doesn't mean it doesn't mean you're never gonna get frustrated though, because sometimes I'm sure you got lost.
Yeah, no, I did get lost, but I think you nailed it on the head. I never got frustrated. I was honestly having a lot of fun just exploring the world and trying to figure out where to go next. Like, okay, I got this power up. Okay, let me go back to this area because I remember now that I can jump higher, I can probably get up to that area I saw earlier. And I just wanted to see how far I could go with the movement sometimes. Like, oh, now that I got the dash, I can see if I can make this bridge that had a hole in it. So you guys are right. Like I think they built it around so that way you had to get lost. You had to just kind of figure it out on your own because the game's very short. You could beat this game in like 5 hours because that was my playtime. But it all depends on how much you want to do because I didn't get all the upgrades. I didn't see the need to. I wanted to see if I could beat the final boss with like the bare minimum, and yeah, you can. But definitely, if I want to do it again, I could try to get all the upgrades. I guess the fun of it is how much you are willing to explore. That's up to you. What you're willing to do in that game. So for that, overall, had a fun time. Would definitely recommend it to other people. I just don't know if I want to go back, but I don't know if it's right now. So for the overall rating, I would definitely put it at like towards the bottom, but above So like under Stories 1, but above the Cosmic Shake, if anyone remembers what that looks like. Yeah.
Yep, so that's 5th place, kicking Cosmic Shake down to 6 and Sonic Adventure DX down to 7th. 6, 7. I didn't try to do that intentionally, I swear.
God. God.
Well, alright. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
If you're a furry, you'll really
Yeah.
enjoy this game, guys.
Yeah,
I
that's
swear.
true.
Yeah, furry, you'll love
and
it.
if you have any other furry recommendations for Christian, because he asks me pretty much every week, do you have a furry game to recommend?
Yeah.
Every
Listen.
week.
Oh, I didn't even mention the best part of this game. There's an option in the options menu where you can have Sybil wear pants or not. You bet. We kept that option off, boys.
Yeah, you'll
We
see
keep
in the footage.
pants, though. Yeah, like-
You will definitely see it in the footage.
Hopefully we don't get demonetized. Well, I'm not monetized, so I think
Well,
that'll
guys,
be
that was good knowing you.
Dude, she's fine. She eventually gets leggings, so it's fine.
fine.
She's fine, all right.
She's not, yeah.
all right, rein it in.
All right, before you guys get too,
Reining it in.
Rowdy.
I apologize, Silas, except not really.
All right. Well, on that note, we should talk about another furry game. So I'll go next.
oh, true.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
this month,
Wait, you don't want to
played-
break it up?
No, we need to just furry right at the start.
Furry.
Okay.
Silas will now know where to skip ahead.
True. All right, so okay, it's not that furry. Anyway, I played Klonoa 1 and 2. Specifically, I played the 2-pack remaster called Klonoa Dreams of Reverie Collection or something. I don't know. I'm just going to refer to them as Klonoa 1 and Klonoa 2 because I have different things to say about both games. They are, their own standalone thing. So, Klonoa 1 came out on the PlayStation 1 originally. I believe the version on the remaster is actually based on the Wii remake that I didn't know existed until I did research for this video. But, Klonoa 2, I don't think it ever been, re-released or anything, so this is the first, remaster of that. And,
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was released all the way back on the PlayStation 1, and it was kind of inspired. I think I talked about this last time. It was funny because it fit with how I remember the game. But it was inspired by, the dreams where you wake up and you immediately forgot what your dream was. That's where Klonoa 1 takes place. It's this world where those dreams go. So the game is very, dreamlike, very whimsical. You play as Klonoa, the little... What animal is Klonoa? Is he a little dog?
He's like a
Yeah, yeah.
rat.
He's a honey badger.
He's
like
a
a rabbit.
He's a little guy. Yep.
He's a cat. He's another cat, rabbit, bunny thing, bro. They
Yeah.
connect.
The same species.
And Klonoa is a 2.5D platformer. So what does that mean? Well, it's a 2D platformer, but Klonoa actually takes 3D into account. And I'll explain that when I talk a bit more about the gameplay later. This is especially impressive on the PS1 because 3D graphics were very new at the time. Now, of course, I played the remaster, so it just kind of looks like any other modern game. But if you go back and look at the original game, which I'm kind of curious to check out the original, it's really cool how they play with perspective and stuff using sprites. But obviously you have full-on models for the version I played.
Yeah, okay.
And as far as visuals go, yeah, it looks good. I mean, I'd say the original PS1 game probably has more sauce, so to say, in terms of how it looks. But that's not to say the remaster looks bad. It's still very pretty. There are especially some cool areas. I think I have footage of one of the water levels. I think that level's really pretty looking. And the story is really simple. Obviously, it's a 2D platformer. There's not a whole lot of story. Basically, Klonoa has to travel across all 5 kingdoms to stop Mr. Evil Sorcerer Man from, putting the world into darkness and nightmares and stuff. The 4
Darkness?
Yeah, Darkness Kingdom Hearts.
Darkness? Wait, hold
my
on a second.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, 5 kingdoms too.
Yeah, this actually ties into Kingdom Hearts.
I can't
The lore,
believe
you have
it.
to play it to understand
way.
Kingdom Hearts lore. No,
That is
Kingdom.
true.
But 4
Well-
of the kingdoms are based on the 4 elements. So there's the Fire Kingdom, the Water Kingdom, the Earth Kingdom, and the Wind Kingdom, and then the secret final kingdom, which is the Moon Kingdom, which you go to at the very end of the game. But how are you going to do this? Well, don't worry. Klonoa's got a super epic moveset. So Klonoa's moveset is actually really simple. He can jump, unsurprisingly for a 2D platformer.
Whoa.
But you can hold the button again, press and hold it a second time, and Klonoa will briefly like hover using his little ear wing things.
I think they're ears. They're...
Okay.
It's not for
Like a
very
knob
long, but it's enough to help you kind of make it over slightly larger gaps or try to correct your movement in the air. And then his main tool is his little ring he holds. So he can activate the ring and it'll send out a little projectile. Now the projectile does not go far, so it's better to think of it as more like a melee weapon, even though it is a projectile, just because like it only really has reach right in front of him. Funny enough, I believe there's an easy mode in the remaster to make it shoot farther, but I did not use that. So you have to be right next to something if you want to interact with it with the ring.
Kind of like a staff or something.
Yeah, think of it more like he has a little sword almost in front of him, because that's about the range he's got.
Okay.
Now, what you can do with that ring is you can hit enemies with it, and when you hit an enemy, they inflate. Yep, this is the furry inflation game. That's right, guys.
Oh no!
No, but yeah, if you hit an enemy with the ring, they inflate, and Klonoa will start holding them. So now you have more options. You can throw the enemy forward or back, depending on which way you're facing, and hit other enemies to, defeat them. Or you can also throw towards or behind you. And when I say that, I mean like towards the screen or into the background. Because like I said, this game's 2.5D, so you can actually interact with things on a 3D plane. For instance, there might be a switch way in the background. You could throw an enemy and hit the switch way in the background. The levels also kind of like wind and turn, so you're not always just going from like left to right on a flat plane. You might walk and then the camera will kind of move and you'll be kind of going around in a circle. Some rooms are really complex where you'll like maybe drop down and then the camera will shift and it'll actually be like this big 3D area, but the entire time you're still only moving 2D. It's really cool and really unique. I've never played anything quite like it.
I think the closest comparison, because I'm looking at some screenshots, is like Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, if anyone's played that.
Yeah, you're like
that's how it looks, but with that game you can't really interact with like the background and stuff like you can with Klonoa. Like, it's really interesting. It's kind of hard to describe. You really need to see it in motion. Obviously we'll have footage on screen for you to watch, but there's more to do with enemies.
Really cool camera pans too. Like
the camera pans.
It's in the same area, but it's a different area.
But that's not all you can do with an enemy. You can also double jump once. So he'll throw the enemy below him if you press jump a second time in the air, and that gives you a double jump. You can do this to also like hit other things like below you, like maybe break like a breakable floor by throwing an enemy under you. Where the game gets really creative with this is like chaining enemies together in the air, because if you like grab an enemy, jump, double jump, and then grab another enemy in the air, you can immediately jump again and get like a triple jump. And as long as you keep grabbing enemies in the air, you can chain jumps. There's like an entire bonus level at the end of the game if you've collected all the collectibles, which I did do because I got the platinum trophy for this game. You unlock a special super hard level where you basically like the entire time you just have to chain enemies together in the air without hitting the ground. It's really satisfying. You feel really cool when you pull off like enemy chains like that.
Awesome.
And that's like something really positive about this game. I think they do a lot with how simple his moveset is. Like, his moveset is just so simple, but they get really creative with how they want you to use his simple moveset of like grabbing and throwing enemies. There's a lot of like puzzles designed around it. Like, Klonoa levels will often have little puzzles for you to solve. Maybe there's like switches that you have to hit like fast enough, and in order to hit them all, you're gonna have to manipulate the enemies and throw them the right way and use your double jumps the right way. It's pretty cool. The levels in this game, Klonoa 1's levels are really compact. There's not a lot of dead air, but there's like a lot going on in the small spaces. Like I said, there's often like multiple planes going on, so like they pack a lot into the kind of small areas. And I also have to really praise the way Klonoa moves. He's really easy to control. There's a lot of parts, especially in later levels, where you have to make these really tight jumps on these really thin platforms, or like small platforms. And the first time I see that, I'm like, oh no, this is gonna suck. But I never really had problems with that, because Klonoa always goes exactly where you want him to go, and because he has that hover, even if you like miss by a little bit, you could always just hover and like land where you want to go. So I felt like he controlled really well, which is obviously really important for a platformer. You'd like your character to go where you want them to go. This is no Shadow the Hedgehog slipping all over the place platforming.
Nate, please. It's
Dude,
not. It
Sonic
can't
Hedgehog
hurt you
No, I'm not
anymore.
letting it go. I'm not letting it go.
This game caught a stray.
I don't like how that game controls.
Bro, it's okay. You don't have to play it anymore.
Unless
someone gives it
to me. Yeah. But I also want to talk about the boss fights. The boss fights in this game are really cool. I think I have footage of one of them where you're on a swaying bridge that keeps going back and forth, so it'll go all the way up to the foreground, and then that's where the enemies are. You got to grab an enemy, and then you'll swing back towards the boss, and he's like shooting missiles and stuff, so you got to kind of like dodge left and right as you're flying at the missiles, and then you got to like throw it at him and break his little colored crystals on his chest. The remaster does a cool thing where like it will tell you, like, it gives you hints at how to beat the boss, but not unless you die once, which I think is a cool compromise, because it's like, if you could figure out how to damage the boss, like, on your own, then you can do it, but if you die, the game's like, alright, I'll tell you how to damage the boss. It's a nice little compromise. It's like, yeah, this is a remaster with, like, we want to help the player a little bit, but we'll let you try to figure it out yourself the first time, which I think is nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, in general, I think the difficulty of this game's really good. It's like just right, where it's pretty difficult, but not like super difficult to where you're gonna get like frustrated.
Right.
You know, I
Right.
played Klonoa 2 as a kid, like I said last time, and I don't remember getting very far in it. I could definitely see that though, because these games are like just hard enough that like a child probably would struggle a lot. But I never really struggled too much. I definitely died quite a few times though throughout the playthrough. I gamed over probably a handful of times, but the levels aren't especially long, so it's not too big of a deal getting back to where you were. The only thing I have to say that's like not great about this game, or not even bad, but like the music is just really forgettable. I've even tried to listen to some of the tracks like just outside of the game, just on YouTube, and yeah, none of them really stick out. They're all fine, but nothing really memorable. I also want to talk about the final boss fight. Actually, the last two boss fights were really good. They're like multi-phase, and they get really creative with how you have to damage them and use enemies. They were like a huge spectacle, and I really enjoyed them. So overall, I'm going to be honest, I really liked Klonoa 1. It might be my favorite 2D platformer I've played. I liked it more than Shovel Knight, more than any of the Super Mario games I played. I have very high praise for Klonoa 1. It really blew me away. I was just shocked at, like, again, the creativity behind it. Whoever was doing the design on this game, just like the game design, was on point. They're pretty clever. I guess I'll rate this one before going into Klonoa 2. Oh, was that you? Did you have a question?
No, I was gonna say, where were you gonna rate it?
Oh yeah. That said, I think where I'm gonna rate it is below Tales of Xillia, above Disgaea 7, which puts it in 4th place, which might sound funny because I just said of how much I like the game. But at the end of the day, I'm not like a big 2D platformer guy, so it's kind of getting left by genre.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I can't put it above all the JRPGs that I really like, but yeah, I still really like the game. I think it's tons of fun.
That'll do. Yeah.
Like, if you were to recommend a 2D platformer to someone, you would probably recommend Klonoa, right?
Definitely. Yeah. Klonoa 1 is great, and I was not expecting, I didn't really know what to expect. I never even touched the first one, so I was very pleasantly surprised. You know what I was also not so pleasantly surprised by?
Oh.
Funny enough, Klonoa 2. This is where things get weird. So Klonoa 2, the setup is still similar. You still have the whole 5 Kingdoms thing. He's at a different place now, but there's still 5 Kingdoms. The game mostly plays the same. Now, something I actually didn't notice until I was getting footage, because I needed to go back and get Klonoa 1 footage. Klonoa's actually less floaty in the second one. I didn't realize this, but his jumps aren't as high in the second one, weirdly enough. The kind of big thing the second game adds is these hoverboard levels, which are fun. I mean, I always love a good hoverboard level. I'm a big Sonic Riders fan.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them. I think like almost a third of the levels are just like hoverboard levels, and they're not very long.
Oh, jeez.
They're fun, but it's like, I don't
takes
know.
a
In a
lot of the
2D
content there.
platformer, I feel like I'd rather be platforming.
It's like if Spyro did the flying levels every like 3rd level.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's not even like they're bad. It's just I think it's too much. I think they kind of overused it.
Yeah.
The game kind of has like an adaptive difficulty thing going on, where if you die a lot, like it'll start putting lives right next to like the respawn point to give you like a couple extra lives, which is like neat.
I wonder if that's a addition to the remake or not.
I don't think it is, because Klonoa 1 didn't have that. And I feel like if it was an addition to the remaster, it would have been in both games.
Yeah, it would be in both games.
But it was only in Klonoa 2. The difficulty is maybe even a little easier even without that. It's still not like easy. Like I can see why I didn't get super far as a kid. The thing I'll say about the levels are like less compact. They're a lot bigger, and I think part of this might be the fact that this was a PS2 game, so they had full 3D graphics now, and so they give you a lot more space. But I actually think it's to the game's detriment, because there's a lot less going on than there was in the first one, where like you had these really complex, interesting rooms. Whereas this game, there's maybe more dead space. This game also has this weird focus on like trampolines and these cannons. So you'll jump in these cannons that shoot you to different places throughout the map. And it's just not as satisfying as Klonoa 1, where like you can drop down to different layers and the camera shifts and you're kind of like, you know, going all throughout this big 3D area. But with this game, it's like, okay, you just get shot by a cannon and then you're in a different
point
section.
A to point B. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I get you.
Okay.
I just found it like way less satisfying. It was probably really like when the PS2 was new, it was probably really impressive to see like, whoa, look, he's flying through the air and there's all this stuff going on. But like, I don't know, especially with the remaster where the games look the same now, it's like, okay, this isn't that impressive. I don't know.
I wonder if it was an early PS2 game, and so it was kind of like growing pains.
It could have.
It could have been.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is your jump to 2D, especially if you're a developer and you're like, oh, I have to develop for this new system. It's gonna be like huge growing pains because you're not gonna be used to like any of the software.
Yeah.
But they want a sequel, so you're gonna have to like deal with that.
You gotta figure it out.
This game still has like puzzles. There's this really kind of complex new type of puzzle where you have like this crystal enemy, and you have to throw the enemy at another enemy to like make a new crystal. And then each time you hit a new enemy, the color changes, and you have to like make the crystal a certain color. They do some really complex stuff where you have to like throw the orb, hit an enemy, and then the orb takes a bit to come back to you. So then you have to quick use the ring, because you can't use the ring if you have an item or an enemy. So then you have to use the ring on like another thing to like pull yourself up before it hits you, and then you lose your ability to grab onto it. That stuff's really complicated. But overall, I just felt like the puzzles weren't nearly as satisfying as the original games. They just didn't quite hit the same. This game's big thing is there's a lot of enemies that give you like very specific powers, like when you use them once. There's like this lightning guy that gives you a bigger like double jump that also has a hitbox. But yeah, overall I felt like the level design just like wasn't nearly as creative. The boss fights are a huge downgrade. The first game had really cool boss fights. The second one, they're okay, and then like the final boss is the most underwhelming thing ever. No. The final boss of the original game was like this big epic 3-phase fight. This one has 2 phases, one on the hoverboard and then one normal.
Oh my
The
gosh.
hoverboard one is just really simple, and then the final fight, I beat it in less than a minute, and it was just kind of over, and I was like, wait, that was the final boss?
That was it.
Okay.
Oh.
Because like the
I think
first game's final boss took me like 7 or 8 tries because of the stupid tongue attack, bro. You're gonna see it in the footage. I think I have footage of it. He has this stupid attack with his tongue that I could not figure out how to avoid. I would get hit by it every
Getting
time.
freaky.
Well, I mean, you're the editor, so you could just show it, bro.
Editor, put the footage on.
Yeah, I'll put it on screen. But man, the boss fights in the second one are just not as good. The cutscenes also have this problem where they just like linger too long. There's just a ton of dead air. The character's just kind of staring off for like 5 seconds before the next line of dialogue appears. I started having to use, there's a fast forward button in the remaster. I would just like tap it to like quick fast forward through the dead air. Because it was taking
people just
forever.
staring off into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't want to be too harsh. At the end of the day, I don't think the game is bad. I just think it's okay. Like, it was fine. I was just really underwhelmed when I just played the first game and I had like so much fun with it and thought the first game was so cool and creative. And then I played the second one and I just get kind of an average platformer. And I was like, that kind of sucks.
So, I did just look it up, and it does say that Klonoa, like, original release date in America was July 25th, 2001. PS2 released in March 4th, 2000, so it is an early PS2 game.
Okay, yeah, wow, they were only a year apart.
Yeah.
So they have to like, they release the game and then immediately switch to the next system and then create a game in a year.
Oh,
like-
there.
Oh.
That's probably where all the creativity went. They didn't have time.
They,
I
that
have,
is like one of the most unfortunate things.
yeah. Now, granted, I have no idea what like the Klonoa fan base's opinions are. I haven't looked into that at all.
That's a
So,
good question.
I'd be curious to see if I'm with the majority or if this is an insane take. I'd be really curious to know. If you're a Klonoa fan, let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
Please.
Am I wrong about Klonoa 2? But,
And if you've never played Klonoa, go play it.
yeah, go
So
play it. It
it's-
goes
it's
on
not that
sale
long.
pretty cheap a lot of the time, yeah. It's also very short, yeah, it's not a super long game. Where I
It's
would put
also
Klonoa
available.
2?
Yeah, where would you put it?
All the way at the bottom. Under Time Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know, if you're not, I mean, you have had fun with all of your games so far, so one can be a little stinker. It's
Yeah.
fine.
it's not like it didn't have fun. It's just I wasn't really impressed, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just such an unfortunate take because I also think like if this was the first time they remade Klonoa 2, I think it should have been ironed out. Like a lot of the things should have been changed, but since it sounds like they just ported the PS2 version into HD. That's kind of not
Well,
good.
I wonder if there's a difference between the Klonoa 2 port and just the original
Yeah, I have
Klonoa
no
2.
idea.
Because that could also color your opinion of
It
it
could.
as well. If it like looks different or like somehow plays different.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be played on like a CRT.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess not what I was expecting when I chose this game. I got probably my favorite platformer, or at least 2D platformer. I really enjoy 3D platformers a lot. 2D platformers they're not usually impactful to me, but I really liked Klonoa, and funny enough, it did have 3D elements, so maybe that has something to do with it. But yeah, really like Klonoa 1 and very underwhelmed by Klonoa 2, which is the game I like played this for because it was the game I played as a kid. But oh well, I still got something out of it.
Hey Nate, I just found out something that's kind of funny.
What's that?
So you were talking about how Klonoa feels less floaty in the second game compared to the first.
Yeah.
That's because Klonoa 2 features a co-op mode where the second player could help Klonoa jump higher. So they nerfed Klonoa so that way player 2 could help Klonoa jump better.
No way.
Ain't no way, dog. Yeah, well, I did see because the game tells you right when you boot it up. It's like, there's a co-op mode. I'm like, okay, I just ignored it.
You didn't want to have Christian help?
Dog.
Oh,
Yeah, Chris, you gotta help him jump higher, bro. Come on.
he never called me over. That's his
It's
problem.
that's like the little brother, like here's the second Wii remote. Collect my star bits for me while I run.
Yeah,
exactly.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Dude, I was the
basically what it
Tails
is.
in Sonic 2. I
He
was
was
the
always
Tails,
the Tails in Sonic
and I
2,
just kept
yeah.
throwing myself at Eggman because I'll just respawn. I'm like, all right, back at it
Exactly.
again.
I got it.
The classic little brother Tails rule.
Back in the mines.
They'll just run around. I'll just fly off screen. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at.
Oh man. Well, that's my game. Who wants to go next?
Christian, do you want me to go or do you want to take this?
I do not care, actually.
Okay, I will go because I went last time.
All right, sounds good.
Alright.
Okay, hold on. Let me fucking steal myself for this. So I played Kingdom Hearts Recoded, which is it's a DS game, and it's the next entry in the Kingdom Hearts series that was released in like 2010.
Oh, really? That late?
Yes,
last day.
it was very
Ow.
late.
Oh my
So-
back.
This game is not well liked by the Kingdom Hearts community, if I recall correctly.
Correct.
It's a very shallow, relatively, in the story department. Like, it's pretty light, and it rehashes a lot of content, which I will get into right now. So you play as Sora, but you're not really Sora. The start of the game, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and Jiminy Cricket, of all people, you always forget he exists, hook up Jiminy's diary to the computer that is in the Disney castle, because of course. And there's something wrong. So they need someone within the journal, because all of the journal's pages are blank. And so they need to kind of fix the journal somehow, like it's wrong. So they go in, or they like beep and boop into their computer, and like a copy of Sora comes up that is like the story you've already played in Kingdom Hearts 1, but there's a bunch of bugs everywhere. Like Heartless are kind of like seeping in through the cracks, and there's a bunch of like blocks that appear. And so just like Mickey, this sort of omniscient voice is like, Sora, you gotta go stop, you gotta remove all of the things and put the world back together. That'll be $5 for the Mickey Mouse impression, by the way.
Actually,
No, we can't make money. We can't make money off this. Disney will sue.
That's true. That's
It's not
true.
just like Mickey Mouse.
You know what?
Guys. You
Yeah.
cut that out.
you know what I can do though? Editor, put in the Mickey, it's Riku, they put bugs in him clip. Put it
Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him!
What?
right.
Yeah, Mickey. Wait, okay, so that's from this game. Yeah, that is true. They put bugs in him.
That's
No,
a
it's
classic.
awesome. So you go through, I believe, 5 or 6 worlds, and that are from the original game. Of course, they had to cut, Tarzan,
Yep.
and I think
Licensing reasons.
they cut one other game, I think. So you go through Destiny Island.
Atlantica, probably?
Yes, they cut Atlantica. You're right. So you start on Destiny Island as you do, and you fight the big giant Heartless, the dark side, which is a standard battle like every other Kingdom Hearts game. I guess I should talk about the combat and sort of how the gameplay is set up. So it's set up exactly like your standard like Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep. They give you the command deck kind of makes a reappearance here, so you like scroll through your commands and you get to activate like your spell or your like strike rate or all of your skills that you get to unlock. They're just like in this deck that you get to construct yourself. And to like unlock new abilities, you have to like max out whatever skill that is and then merge it with a different skill. And this game's systems are incredibly, like, there's so much to do with everything. Like, there's the skills that you can get from defeating Heartless. There's just, like, you earn enough experience, you get the level up blocks. And everything is, like, tied together in this, like, almost overwhelming like system of like unlocks and putting things into their proper places and like trying to figure out what to unlock and things like that. So there is this, the matrix system is like sort of a Mario Party-esque board where whenever you get like an HP up or like a power up or a luck up, you have to like take that individual square and like create like a route to the next like big like apparatus device it's kind of like a circuit board, so you like connect the circuits together.
Oh, 'cause it's
And those unlock like your double jump and like air slide and all of the like actually big important abilities that kind of flesh out Sora as you kind of continue through the game there. So, if you guys remember from the 2-3 videos ago when I talked about 358/2, where it had that like you insert the level and it like you get to like level up your like level abilities. It's sort of like that, but with a bunch more add-ons on top of it.
I vaguely remember this from my time with the game.
Yeah, I remember.
You have to, like, slot
It's
things
a
in.
lot of stuff. And there's always every world you go to unlocks a new section on the board, and the sections are crazy. Like some of them are like you can they're all like meter dials and you can adjust however you want. You can like drop your like HP, but you earn more items. And you can like drop your experience gain, but you earn more level up points for your skills. And they're all adjustable. It's crazy. I think there's like a time limit. You can adjust that as well. And it's a lot. Let me see. I think that's most of it for the Matrix system there. The worlds themselves, so like I said, the first one is very plain Jane, like Destiny Islands. You go fight the dark side. You have to like jump on platforms and knock it off. And then you get like teleported to Traverse Town like you usually do. And you kind of go through there. You have to find Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and go through these like cracks in the system, which are just like, so you go through, or you go into it, and it's levels in like the data matrix, and you just have to like do one of the tasks. You like defeat a bunch of Heartless that are the glitching. They're like blue and glitching out or whatever. They have like a power up, and then you kill them, and then you like go to the next area and you like fix the glitch in the system, and that usually changes something in the overworld where you kind of like progress the story. And the end boss of this one, they all rehash the same bosses from Kingdom Hearts 1, so you fight the Armored Core Knight. Except this one, they put you into like a 2D plane, so they do like, this game makes you do like a 2D platforming section where you kind of like maneuver through a bunch of blocks, and you're like kind of on a like a auto scroller, and then you fight the Armored Core at the end, like in a 2D section. It's very strange. That fight was particularly annoying, just because I didn't know like anything that was going on. But it was a DS game, if I could say it like that. Like, they always have like a lot of these ideas that they kind of throw at you and kind of ignore later on. They're not particularly important to the plot.
It's so weird hearing you just...
The best world?
Olympus, baby. You get to play an RPG.
I was gonna say, yes, Olympus, you get to play an RPG. So you start off as Sora, and you do like, oh, here's the attack, and you do, I mean, it's Christian, you would like it. It's like Paper Mario. You do like action commands to like do the timings and like block appropriately, and you can like super guard and stuff. It's very cool.
I remember I thought that was my favorite part.
That I was gonna get to that. Yeah, that world is very cool, and you like unlock characters. You get to fight alongside Hercules and Cloud.
Yeah. Because it's the Cloud world. It's gotta be a turn-based RPG.
Yeah. It's very cool. And then I think you fight Hades at the end of that. I legit don't remember.
I feel like I remember fighting Hades.
Yeah, you fight Hades.
I played this back in like 2014. Not even finished it, so I don't know.
Oh, you fight Cerberus and Hades. That's right. I do remember. Yeah, so I mean, that happens. I'm trying to think about what else is important. Like along the way, the group that's Donald, Goofy, and Mickey get like locked into the computer room because Heartless are attacking Disney Castle. And you're like, what the hell's going on?
They found the computer room.
Yeah, they found it.
Find the computer room.
Find the computer room. And there's also Data Riku is also there, which is Riku, but he's in the book, but he also has like a lot of the book's like data stored in him, which is why they put bugs in him. So they could like
you put bugs in him.
They could like take him over basically. So you do fight after going through what world did I skip? I skipped Wonderland and Agrabah. You get to go to Hollow Bastion. And the Hollow Bastion world's pretty interesting. They take away your Keyblade, I think they take away your Keyblade and you can't do anything for a while. But then like you get Sora you get Donald and Goofy. They get like imported into the book. Posting gifs in chat, I see.
No.
Yeah, so you get them imported into the book, and then you like kind of control them for like Hollow Bastion, which is kind of cool. You tell them to do commands and stuff. Which was pretty neat. And basically, like every world had its own like unique gimmick that they sort of reintroduce back into like the end of the game. Like there was like a side-scrolling section. There is like this kind of for Wonderland, it's like a how do you describe that? You're basically Sora's always going forward, and you kind of have to do some like, it's like a shoot 'em up basically. Like you're always just like attacking and shooting forward.
Yeah. A lot of this stems from the fact that this game is originally a phone game, and each world was like an update every couple of months, and so each one of them has their own little thing.
It's their own little gimmick. It's a really interesting way that this game is kind of hashed out, because it originally was a phone game, and then they compiled the phone game into the DS game, and then they were like, this is probably not worth porting, so they like made a movie out of it for the 2.5D remix collection. Let me see. Yeah, so you're in Hollow Bastion, and Maleficent and Pete also find a back door into the book, and so you have to fight them. And then you're like, what the heck is taking over Riku? Like, Riku's being attacked by bugs and stuff. And you find out that it's actually like Sora's data Heartless, because since Sora like got like he keyed himself in the book, so there is a data version of his Heartless who is just like slowly like gaining power through all of the Heartless that you have been killing as you kind of progress through the story, and then you have to fight him at the end of the game, which is the big bad. And you're like, I did it! I killed the big data the data Heartless, who turns into like Shadow Sora. Which was a very cool boss fight. He like split himself off into 3 things, and it was like this kind of very, very, I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts, very climactic, like, oh, I've got to dodge everything, and they're shooting laser beams, and it's it was very cool. And then what happens after that? There's like, oh, that's right, you go to like, you finish the book, you like clear the book of all the bugs, and Data Riku is like, I'm sorry, once we do this, we're gonna forget literally everything that we just did, because you cleared the book, and they're like, no. But like Mickey's like, oh wait, but there's something else that's really important, because in the journal it says the only text that stayed, because the entire journal was erased, was thank Namine. And so they're like, what the heck does that mean? So they had to go back into the journal and be like, Data, like, he woke up, or Sora woke up in Traverse Town, and then Mickey shows up there, and he's like, Sora, you have to go to this place. So they like go to like Castle Oblivion, and this is a sort of like weird story beat that they decided to do. Was you would go back into very small rooms of the worlds you already accomplished, like those like 5 or 6 worlds, and you'd have like choices to make regarding, like, you'd get the regular ending, you'd get the extra ending, or you'd get the bad ending, depending on the choices you make within those things. And then once you get to the end of it, this hooded figure keeps talking to you and like taunting you through this whole thing, being like, you're gonna forget everything, your memories are useless, and you'll only experience pain if you try to keep remembering things or whatever. And then you fight Data Roxas. Data Roxas is in the book, and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
What the fuck is happening?
Roxas? And he's in the book. Yep. And so you're like, what the hell just happened? So you defeat Data Roxas, and he's like, I'm you. And you don't know how I'm in the book, because how would I be in the book? Because, like, in Kingdom Hearts logic, he's in the book. And then you open the next door. So after you defeat Roxas, you open the next door, and then there's Data Namine, which Namine is from the original, or from
Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories, thank you. Holy cow, I've got so much to remember. So, and she reveals that she is actually the one that created the bugs by trying to restore Sora's memories. The real Sora, not the fake Sora. And that Sora's true nature is that he's like the key that connects everything. That very big protagonist energy moment. And then she's also like, she's just like lore dumping. She's like, oh hey, remember those 3 people from from Birth by Sleep? No. Yeah, they're also related to you somehow, and you have to help them.
Dude, every time I hear Kingdom Hearts lore, my head hurts.
And so yeah, that's the end of the plot.
Doesn't at the end, maybe I'm mistaking this, aren't they like,
yeah,
oh, there's a way to remember Xion exists or something?
Yeah, so
wow.
they do mention Xion, but like there should be no possible way to remember Xion, but like that's what they're trying to do.
This game is just a big setup game for Dream Drop, which is also just a big setup game for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Exactly. Yeah, it is like this sort of like building. Yeah, it's building a mechanism in which like we finally get Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's going to be the most epic thing ever.
Tune in next time for when Logan plays Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not next time.
And in like a few more months.
God, I've been talking so long. I have to find footage for this, and it's gonna be like 30 minutes. The game was good. The game was fine. The story was fine. I don't know what people were complaining about. Like, I was expecting like this to be like really bad and like not particularly interesting, but like at least it's like relevant to things. It's like at least the game has like lore implications outside of itself, which is kind of cool. Just kind of sucks that it's like you're playing as like the data version of Sora, and you really don't matter past that point. Like, the game doesn't have very important plot relevance. Oh, and then the very end of the game is actually it shows Mickey sending a bottle into the ocean, which is the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2 and the start of the next game. Yep.
My sanctuary.
My sanctuary. Yeah. So, yeah, I do recommend just playing the game.
But where would you rank it?
No, I was going to say that.
Let's see.
Is it the best game ever?
No.
Or is it the worst game ever? Even lower than Danganronpa.
Did I really put 358 over 2? Oh, no, that's the play order. Or
was it mid?
I'm going to say it was fine. I'd probably put it lower than Rechain. But above Danganronpa.
Alright, there you have it.
The 5th slot.
The fifth slot. Number 5, Burger King. Number 5. Alright, well, that just leaves the best for last. You guys heard about Kingdom Hearts, but are you ready to hear about Christian do something he's never done before? Talk about the Atelier series.
Man, it's crazy, because I definitely played an Atelier game.
Take it away.
Played Atelier, Resleriana, the Red Alchemist, and the White Guardian. Now, I know that title's a mouthful, so what I'm just going to abbreviate to is Atelier, Resleriana. So, yeah, I'm not going to say the Red Alchemist.
Can you spell it for me?
So it starts with Atelier.
Okay.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Resleriana.
You lost me. You lost me.
And yeah, that's what we're going to.
Atelier, red version.
Red version.
Red and white version. Okay, yeah. So people definitely have many ways of abbreviating this game, because holy crap, that title is long. So, anyways, to start off our game, you can choose between 2 protagonists. You can play as Rihus, or as Reyes, as the little girl character, or you can play as Slade, which is a boy. So it's kind of like, you want to be the boy character or girl character. I'll be honest, it does not matter. The beginning of the game, depending on what one you pick, and I think some dialogue is also different, but other than that, it's not like you're really missing out on like a major thing of like, it doesn't make one character broken than the other if you pick one over the other. So just pick whoever you're like, just decide to pick or whatever. But so these 2 are born in a town of Halfin, which Halfin is a town of like trade and mining. That's kind of what they're known for. But I think it was like 14 years in the past, this town got surrounded by red mist, and everyone kind of vanished. kind of a no good issue. So everyone
That
just kind of
happens
like
to me every
vanished and
Tuesday.
stuff. Yeah, I hate when Red Mist appears in my town. I just disappear.
Man, it's the worst.
So all this happens, and that's kind of like the main plot of this game is, okay, where did everyone go? Can we save them? What is this red mist, and where did it even come from? Because it just kind of appeared out of nowhere, and yeah, there's no other like information to go off.
That's why she's the Red Alchemist.
There is a red alchemist, and there is a white guardian in this game. That's all I'm
I
gonna
get
say.
it.
Oh wait, it's Archfield, the White Guardian. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's broken. So, Slade does have this book that has this language that he can't read. However, his little partner who can read the text and decipher it all. And the text only shows after completing these dimensional portals. And every time you complete one of these things, you get more text in the book and get some more information on kind of what happened 14 years ago with this red mist and stuff, and try and piece together of what happened. So Slade is trying to fill his book. Reyes has kind of decided she wants to be an alchemist, and she has this crazy like eye power that you'll have to figure out to play for yourself, because there is some like deep lore into why her eyes can do some crazy stuff and why she has
the Millennium Eye. That's spoilers.
Yeah.
She's Pegasus.
Yeah.
now.
Fuck, dude. How you gonna spoil it for me?
Well, her eyes are crazy, bro. Are you really gonna play this game? Let's be honest.
She can see your hand. She can see your hand traps. It's broken.
You never know. You never know.
You never know, Christian.
Yeah, you could give it to
Alright.
him.
Oh, true. I played. This is like the 4th Atelier game I played, so I don't think I have to really go over too much of the gameplay. You know, you synthesize stuff, you make stuff, you make it better, you keep equipping these skills onto item, yada yada yada. You equip item, it's really broken, so on and so forth. The main synthesizing mechanic in this game is you have like a crystal, and it has 2 colors in it, so it can be like one half is green, one half is like purple. And then if you get another crystal, and each item has their own color crystal, of course. So if you make, let's say I have this weapon here, it has one side is green, one side is purple. And then I have another item that has purple and then blue. The 2 purples can connect, and that's how you get the skill to transfer. If you don't have the 2 colors matching, the skill you want to transfer won't transfer. So you do need to keep an eye on that. However, there is like items and stuff to get around that, which are very easy to get. So this really isn't a big of an issue. It kind of early game it kind of is, but you get these items like, I don't know, not that far into the game, maybe like probably not even halfway through, you get these items and it becomes way easier. So yeah, you synthesize stuff, you know, typical Atelier game fashion, you know. But the main, like, I think key thing in this game that the other Atelier games don't do is that this Atelier game, I don't know if anyone knows this, maybe Nate does. So Atelier actually had a gacha game in the past, if anyone's familiar with this. And they pretty much had every single main character in that game, plus some other characters in that game. I'm pretty sure this game, the gacha game, has died off. I think I'm right about that. I could be totally wrong, and it's still going on.
I actually
but
did not know about this game, so.
Oh, you did not know? Okay, so yeah, so they had this gacha game. It was really bad. It was really bad. So like, okay, so the reason why, okay, maybe not the reason why, but so the reason why I say is because the gacha game had every single, I believe every single Alchemist in all the Atelier series in the game. So this game also does that. You meet every single Alchemist from the previous series. Don't worry, you might be like, okay, wait, they could get spoiled about their game. Don't worry, they won't spoil on what happens. There's some very minor spoilers with the other Alchemists that you meet and stuff, but nothing too major. So like, you can definitely play this game first. It's just the more Atelier games you played, and then if you played this one, you'd be like, oh, it's you, oh, it's you. So I did get to have that interaction a few times throughout the story. So you do meet all these alchemists, and you kind of like work together, you know, trying to make Rias a better alchemist because she's very new at it, and all the other alchemists are super experienced. But however, they cannot do alchemy themselves because they kind of just got transported to this world and stuff, and they're called, I forget what they call them. I think they call them Wanderers, is what they like gave them a nickname. So they kind of got transported here, and they didn't know really how the heck they ended up here. They just kind of did. And they can't use their alchemy here, but Reyes can. So they kind of teach her how to do it because they can't do them themselves. And that's why Reyes does all the alchemy stuff, and they kind of don't. This game, so the game or the battle system. So you have 3 party members, fight at a time. So you got like 3 people in the front, 3 people in the back. The back can swap in with the people in the front, kind of deal. And yeah, the battles can get it's very easy. Honestly, it's kind of like, oh, I could attack with this person, or if I want to like switch to this person, I can this turn. People have like follow-up attacks. So if you hit someone's like, I don't even think you have to even hit their weakness. It just kind of happens. If you hit an enemy, then 2 other people can do like a follow-up attack. So the combat is very easy in terms of turn-based combat. Things go. The combat was not that hard. I don't even think I had a single game over in this game. But that's also, I was very over-leveled in this game. Leveling up is not an issue in this game. There's a point where in the game you just you can just hit enemies in the overworld and they just freaking die and just gain experience. So you can
put your controller down for a bit and just.
You cannot put your controller down. This is not mixtape. I'll have that rant later, and then later. No, this is not mixtape. You actually have to hit buttons to level up real crazy. But
Damn.
even then, I mean, yeah, there's a point where it's just like.
Not a 10 out of 10 game, then I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it isn't a 10 out of 10 game. But yeah, saying that reason, it is kind of flawed in like this is a kind of an issue I had with Yumiya, because I said Yumiya was a very easy game to level up in. This game's the same way, and you could just level up and just steamroll the rest of the game. That's the issue I have with like the last 20% of the game. Maybe not 20, definitely like 10% of the game. Mainly just the final dungeon. The final dungeon is underwhelming because as long as you just grind and level super easily, you could just like destroy everything. So like yeah, that is on my that's my fault for just over leveling because it made the end dungeon super easy and a breeze. But like I don't know, maybe I just don't like the whole like, oh, once you get this skill, you can just like one shot the enemies in the overworld, and the only threat to you are now bosses, and that's about it. And the bosses are really a threat because you're so over leveled, and yeah, it's all this broken gear as well. So yeah, the final dungeon, very underwhelming. I wish it was a bit more difficult, but once again, over leveled and all that jazz. The final boss has a phenomenal OCT, like a phenomenal soundtrack when you fight him.
Oh, you mean OST?
OST, yeah. But I mean, every final boss that has like vocals in it is like top tier for me. So hey, if you want to make like final boss, just put vocals over it, and I'll like it. And this one that has it, it's really freaking cool. Final boss, I mean, yeah, he's easy. He's not that hard. He has like a second phase where he like has additional like health bar, and you just kind of melt through that health bar. And it's just like, well, that was it. That's like all that. That's all that changed, really. Yeah, he's not that difficult. As long as you know what you're doing, really. Which really doesn't take a whole lot. So yeah, combat's very easy. The story, I guess, like to rate the story is interesting because the whole like Red Mist thing has always been like it's a mystery like throughout the entire game. It doesn't get answered till like the very end. So you're gonna be kind of going in blind of why this is kind of happening. There's a lot of questions and there's not a whole lot of answers, I guess, until later on. But yeah, you know, you're just trying to do your best to solve this whole case with the Red Mist. And kind of helping out the town of Halfin because it suffered from this whole calamity that happened and stuff like that.
According to the internet, this is a sequel to the gacha game.
Yes, this is a sequel, but also like it's like a sequel that you don't have to play the gacha game. I did some research because there is this group of people, which goes to my next subject. Gosh, what are they called? Like they're called like the Polar Knight Alchemists or something. Maybe they're not called that exactly. So they're like alchemists if they were evil and they did naughty stuff. So these guys, they showed up like a few times throughout the story and kind of messed things up. and they were also the main antagonists of the gacha game, or they were antagonists of the gacha game. These guys, like, they must like be following up on this story, because these guys show up like 3 times and they're like, okay, bye, and you never see them again. It's like, okay, where the fuck did you guys even go? Like, they're just like, all right, we did our job. I'm like, what was your job? There's no, like, what? So I'm guessing there's probably gonna be like a 3rd like installment and like explain like what the fuck they're doing.
My work here is done. You didn't do anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, they did like something, but like that whole thing gets resolved like in like next like 5 minutes, and it's like, okay, our work here is done. We don't need to do this anymore. I'm like, what do you mean you don't need to? Like, you got the thing you wanted for 5 minutes, but that was enough time for you to just be like, all right, we came here, what we're doing. I don't know. I will say, when you fight the Polar Alchemist or whatever, they are like the hardest boss in the game, way harder than the final boss. This is the fight that actually kind of skill checks you and be like, all right, have you really been doing using your items correctly? Have you really been like synthesizing things correctly? Because this boss will skill check you, and if you don't, well, you're in for a rough time, because one of the guys can like just take an extra turn because he feels like it. He can buff himself up, take an extra turn, and just like do a huge AoE attack on you. When he buffs his attack and defense, it's just super like crazy. That's how you dispel too. The other person though, she's very easy. She just like, blows up in like 2 seconds. It's mainly the dude. I forget his name because they're so forgettable. Like I said, they show up like 3 times and that's it. But maybe that's probably a reason why like I should have played the gacha game. But like I said, I think the gacha game is down. But I could have just read up on the lore. So could have been a me thing. Could have been not a me thing. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I mean, there's nothing really else to say since this is like the 5th Atelier game I played. And all of them play out pretty similar. It's just a different like story.
But where would you rate it compared to the other ones?
So this one's actually kind of weird. This is a weird placement, because I'm looking at my list right now, and it's like, okay, I think Astrobot is like the borderline. It's like, do I put it above Astrobot or do I put it below Astrobot? And I have to put it below Astrobot because of, I guess, I don't know. It falls in a weird spot. I think it is better than Yumiya, honestly. Even though it's like, I feel like I like Yumiya better, but like, it's such in a weird spot. It's like, if I could tie the 2 games together, it would be tied with Yumiya. But I have to put it above Yumiya?
Unfortunately, in our arbitrary rankings, you are forced to place it somewhere.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I more like put above Yumiya just because I think I just like the turn-based combat more than the real-time combat. Because, yes, the game's easy, but nowhere, or like the combat is very easy, but it's nowhere near as easy as Yumiya's combat, where you can, like I said before, when I was talking about Yumiya, you could just roll on every attack, and you will just not lose any health. You can definitely use a challenge run without getting hit once the whole playthrough, and I will believe it. It seems very well doable. So that's kind of a reason why I want to put above Yumiya instead of above like Astrobot, because I think Astrobot's always got trouble. But anyways, yeah, that's why I'll place it. Well, I don't know, that would be like fourth, yeah.
Yep,
so I'll put it 4th
place.
Yeah, it's a Atelier game. While I say it's the should you play this Atelier game first? No. Don't play this as your first Atelier game. I will say that.
Got it. I'm buying it right now.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. In the
Play
way.
it.
Yep,
It's installing. It's installing. No.
It's installing.
I can't wait to meet all these quirky characters that I definitely know.
Yeah. I mean, they give like an explanation about it, but like I said, like I feel like that was like the one mistake. I'm like, oh, I really should have played more Atelier games, because I feel like I would have been like, oh, it's you.
Well, now when you play their games, you can be like, oh, it's you from the Red Alchemist and the White Guardian.
Oh, is that a reference to the Red Alchemist?
Yeah.
Is that a reference?
It'll be funny.
Yo, crazy reference. Yeah, sometimes like, oh, it's me from this person's world. I'm like, who?
All right. Well, that was the month of, what is it, May?
Yeah.
That's what year is it?
Sure.
I've lost track.
No, April. That was April. So those are our April games.
Yo,
No,
it's
April.
No, that was our May.
Wait, no, wait, that was our May games. Right. I'm looking at the date. I thought. Sorry, got confused. My bad. Yeah, we recorded these a little bit early.
Those were our games for May. We figured it out. All right. Sweet.
Yeah, those are our May games.
Wow.
But that
What?
leads me to our next question, gamers. What about your games for June? Dun dun dun.
You mean your games?
Your games.
Like
It is
games.
Pride Month. That's right. We're all playing gay games. Maybe. Anyway.
Maybe, I don't know. Let's see.
Let's find out. Who should we? You know what, Logan? What gay game are you playing?
Oh, you know. Well, you know, as I was sitting here thinking, I was like, what gay game should I play? And obviously the answer should be Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is probably the gayest game of all
Dream
time.
Drop Distance, the gayest game of all time.
Have you
where
seen
I
the
get-
Riku Sora Yaoi? I mean,
I get to swip swap between two young gentlemen.
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dream Drop is just Yaoi. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's just yeah, I get to play as two dudes.
Huh, alright.
Which is what I would say.
Dun dun dun. Plot twist.
Oh my gosh, it's not Kingdom Hearts. I'm so
And I
proud
will
of
say
you,
it because
Logan.
that's what it is. But I will be
Gosh.
playing a second game. I will be buying Mina the Hollower because that game is coming out at the end of this month and I want to play it.
The Shovel Knight dev's newest game, Mina the Hollower. Okay, I think it's a
Correct.
Zelda-like. Am I wrong?
Yes, it is like a Link's Awakening.
Hey, I understood that
Logan.
reference. I played. That's one of the ones I played.
Yeah. Also, Christian, it's a furry game. There's your
It's
recommendation.
a furry
for the
game.
week.
That's
Okay.
true.
All right, buddy.
Back to our roots. Back to the furry
It's no
game.
Bubsy 4D if you ask
That's
me.
true. Wait, yeah, Christian, you
Wait.
play Bubsy 4D, right?
Yeah, you can
No.
change it right
No.
Boo.
now. All right,
Okay,
fine.
well-
What game are you gonna play, Christian?
The game am I gonna play?
Yes.
Well, alright, guys. Stop me if you heard this one. But there's a furry game that Logan gave me
Whoa,
or
really?
recommended to me.
No.
I'm getting a
Wait,
weird
which-
sense of deja vu.
Wait, which one?
I know, right? It's a game that has like 3 games to it, so we're just gonna play the first one in the series and see how we like it. I will be playing Fuga Melodies of Steel.
Let's
For
go.
the
I have
month of
not heard
June.
of this one either.
My
What-
melody's
what is
easy
it?
made of steel.
It is
Okay.
you know the game Advance Wars? Is that the
I
best
have, yeah.
comparison?
Probably.
It's an
Here,
Advance Wars like?
I'll give you a little hint. So do you know the company that makes Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm?
Yeah.
Oh god.
They specifically make those games for money so they
Uh-huh.
can make this game series.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of a cool it's a tactical kind of RPG kind of game.
All right.
I don't actually know too much about it. I think I played the second game's demo, I want to say, where you pilot a giant mech army fortress base thing.
Okay.
And it's apparently it's very good. So
Well, Logan, I will say right now, the first game you also pilot a giant army.
I probably
thing.
played the first game's demo then.
So
Well, I guess I'll
Yeah.
find out next month.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get to
you
see
will.
gameplay, and if Christian
And-
goes, "It's the best game I've ever played," well,
Ooh.
And why
yeah,
is it
might be
gay?
SMT4.
And why is
Watch
it
him
gay, you
drop
may
it.
ask? Well, it's because it's about war, and war is pretty gay, guys. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
true.
See,
That is true.
I guess I'm next. Gamers. You know what? There's something severely lacking from our choices so far. I'm looking at
Yuri.
the list of
It's
all
Yuri.
the games
I
we
get
played.
it.
no.
Okay, yeah, it
really?
is Yuri, but that's not what the game is. That'll be someday. Anyway, but there's something severely lacking. I'm seeing the oldest game on this list, I think, is Klonoa 1 now, that I just played in 2000.
Yeah. Dude, it's
Um,
1990s, I think.
I think so.
But that's not old enough. We need to go older. Guys, I think we are seriously lacking in the classics department. There's a lot of old classics that I have never played before. And I think it's time to change that. So I'm going back
oh,
to the ancient world of the SNES. This little game with a terrible marketing campaign that was known as Earthbound.
Oh my
For
gosh.
this month, I will be playing Earthbound. This is an all-time classic that I have been meaning to play for years and years and years and never got around to it. I know the very start of the game and the very end of the game, and I don't know anything in between because I specifically avoided it so that I could play the game blind. And here we are. I'm finally gonna do it. I've been putting this
Yeah,
off for
let's
so
go.
long. Yeah. Yeah, Earthbound, I mean, it's pretty popular, but it's also kind of niche. I mean, I remember it didn't sell well when it first came out. Like I mentioned, as part of that's because of the terrible marketing campaign.
Yeah, the freaking scratch and sniff where it's like, it's just garbage.
The advertisement was like, this game sucks, or something, or this game stinks, or something. Yeah. It's like great marketing campaign, guys. But don't worry.
Great job, guys. Great job.
All these years later, I will finally play it, and I will give my thoughts.
Now, are you going to just play the game, like, by yourself, or are you going to follow any tutorials, walkthroughs, Let's Plays?
I'm just going to boot up the game and play it by myself. I want to go in fully blind.
Yippee.
Unless I get really stuck and can't figure out what to do.
Then you have to text one of us. You have to be like, what do I do?
What do I do? Yeah, I'll text Christian. I'll be like, Christian, how do I play everything?
Oh, yeah, I mean, hell, it's been a while since I played Earthbound. I haven't played since college, 2016. Oh, God.
And hey, this is a great excuse for me to finally dust off my SNES Classic. I went back and forth if I was going to play it on the Switch or... But no, we got to play it on the SNES Classic for that authentic SNES experience.
Oh, let's go.
So that just leaves one more gamer left. Christian, the other one. Which game will you be playing?
Well, this game is a very popular game among a lot of people. I'll say right now. However, it was very not popular.
Oh.
Yeah, you wish.
I do wish.
However, we have to go further back in time to the date of December 10th, 2020.
Not 2020.
Not 2020. I know, right? Holy
no, we were in lockdown. Stop. Or I guess we weren't in there yet. Or I don't freaking know.
No, we were in there.
I don't want to go back.
We were in there.
Oh, we were in there?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go back.
So we had to go all the way back, right? And I remember the night hit, this game came out, and I had a miserable time playing this game. I hated it. I played for 2 hours. I glitched through the map a few times, lost progress, and I was like, yup, this game sucks. Absolute ass. But then we go to 2026, and all I'm hearing is people saying, oh yeah, best game ever made. 10 out of 10. IGN score. Everyone's like glazing this game upon glazing. I'm like, okay, there's something that must be missing. So this game is being Cyberpunk 2077. I'm gonna give it a chance. I put so much hate on this game. I put so much. I give this. I'm the hater. I am the one like hater here, and I am just hating the game. And my friends keep telling me, hey, this game is so good now. I'm like, bro, I've glitched through the map more times than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and that is saying something.
Oh my God.
So...
Oh, no.
And I played this game for 2 hours. I played Scarvy for how much? So, yeah, I think it's about time. And a lot of people are like, oh, they patched a lot of stuff out. I'm like, yeah, we will see about that as I play through the game this coming June. And you'll see if I'll keep. Don't worry, I get a counter out of how many times I go through the map.
All right.
So
we'll see if they fixed all the bugs.
You'll see.
Yeah,
Or
you'll see.
did they put bugs in him like Riku?
No, they did put.
They put bugs in him.
They put bugs in him.
So yes, I
believe it.
played this game for like 2 hours back in 2020. I literally like turned it off, or uninstalled, turned it off, and now we're here. So.
All right, join us next month when he plays an entirely different game.
Join us next month when he plays Atelier instead. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be July.
All right, gamers. I think that's all we got. Anyone want to say anything before we head out?
Be sure to subscribe to the channel, keep you updated on our next podcast, and also fund our Patreon. We don't have one, but somebody create one.
Yeah, just create one and then take the money from it. And if it gets to us, eventually it will.
I guess as far as announcements go, I think we're thinking that August might be another gift a game episode. So get excited for that.
Get excited.
All right,
it will not be the same person who gifted the last game.
No.
New people entirely. Let's go.
So.
Yeah, on that note, Christian, watch your back.
Why? What did I do?
And with that, I think we're just going to end the episode. All right, bye, guys.
Great. Yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.
Mickey, it's Riku. They put bugs in him.
What?